was gonna stream earlier in the day, but clearly that didn't happen. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be responsible. I'm gonna go to bed early. Maybe I'll get up like earlier than normal. If I'm gonna stream, I'll stream in the morning. Instead, what happened is I got woken up to a awful smell, and here we are. No, it's not in big. Oh, it's probably trying to load up that stupid disclaimer thing. Hmm. Let's try that. Try that again. This is already running. Task manager. Big box. Okay. Let's see if this works better this time. We're good. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh. Cinder's trying to come back. Okay, whatever. This was a game I was obsessed with as a kid. Never got to play it, but it's one of those games that I would see because I was into reading. And, you know, I would read. I was into the show Wishbone, which I feel like had a couple like King Arthur things, and you know, there were fantasy games. This is before the Hobbit, or sorry, Lord of the Rings movies were around. So it's like I knew that there was a game that was out there, and I remember seeing the back of the box, but I didn't know what it was called, and I don't know if I could read or not. I was looking for this, but I kept every time I go to the store, I'm like, I don't think that's it. So I ended up getting a game like this instead, or right here. And I was like, I think this is the game. This is actually probably a better game. Actually, we'll go ahead and load this up because I haven't played this in forever. Yeah, I was always wanting to play that King Arthur's Roll game and never did. I played Lemmings. I remember playing Lemmings a few times on Super Nintendo when I was a kid. Where's my put my dumb face on? Hang on. This no, nope. There's a lot of times I click on these options and I miss them because I just can't see it. There we go. All right. I had a plan. I was thinking I was going to play. This is probably in bad taste. I was going to play Homefront of all games. Lancelot, Arthur, Percival. Lancelot, the speed characters are the characters I tend to go for in games. Oh no! What are we doing? Oh. Damn. Rookie mistake. know, I've been meaning to fix that. I'm meaning to go through and maybe figure out a way to, like, I guess I'll have to make separate scenes or something, but so I can have my desktop just being captured, like, in at least one of the views at all times. I've got scenes set up for like a full screen game capture, whatever, full screen game or desktop or window capture. And there's this one with the background with my face on it. And then I also have the BRB screen, so I can just hit hotkeys to go to those. Yo, I parried my dude. A salad. Yeah, okay. Alright, that super attack, there's a button for it, or you press jump and attack at the same time. Ooh. Ah. Oh no. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say I'm like 90% sure as a kid I wouldn't figure that out. This is a block button. So realistic. Like the idea they made this game, they wanted to have an upgrade system, but it just seems like it's so half-assed. It's just like, it's like when you play I think the Dungeons and Dragons arcade game is really cool, but like they throw in leveling up and you don't have any options. It's not like you can level. It's like, oh man, I finished this level, now I'm level 7. Wow, I'm so powerful. It's not like you can finish at level 6. Or maybe you can if you're really bad. I don't know. Interesting. Arthur, of course, renowned for having to fight jesters. Sorry, Mask Man. I blocked it late. Hold that out. I don't know if I hit the right buttons or not. I don't think I did. Oh, I'm in the wrong window. There we go. It seems okay. Okay. It's from Capcom. looking at the back of the box as a kid, you know, back in the 90s or whatever, um, where it says the little things at the bottom, the stars or whatever, the crosses for 1 to 2 players simultaneous play. That right there, that was huge because you would get games that are like, oh man, I think this is a 2 player game. As you can see, there's no indicators. When you get to like, let me go to, I'm not gonna load it, so I'm going to go to it now. I think N64. Let's see. Yeah, right there, 1 to 2 simultaneous. It's right there on the front of the box. So you have an idea of like, yeah, this is 1 player. So you know what the games are. But when you would go back and play stuff on like Super Nintendo, you had no clue. There's no like universal thing. And for N64 games, any game that was like 4 players, like, oh man, we got to try that out. And you'd get like a game that's all right at best, but everybody's playing because it's 4 player. So all of a sudden, you know, situation, Kobe Bryant NBA Courtside becomes like your favorite party game because, you know, 4 people can play it and it's the 4 player game. You have like that in WCW and WO Revenge or something. Anyway, back to Super Nintendo Land. And even Kirby Superstar, I don't know if it has it on the box. 2-player action is possible when you activate Kirby's helper feature. See, these are the kinds of things where like you read the back of the box, and let's load this up for a second. So I'm sure I played this. I don't have any achievements in this. I own this cartridge, like still. This is one of the games I went back and made sure I had in my collection when I got my second Super Nintendo in my life. It was like $35 when I bought it. So get this game. You don't know, you know, it's got Kirby 1, 2, and 3. I didn't know what that was for sure. It's like, oh, it's a save. Okay, fair. Samurai Kirby, I think it's a game that would like catch on right now. I'm sure people play it. It's a reaction time game. So screen flashes and you have a second to press a button. And whoever presses it the fastest wins. Mega 10 punches, like you got these meters you have to line up to try to break through the earth. Anyway, these right here are the main games. So, as you remember, it says, you know, what was it, activate 2-player mode with Kirby's helper feature, and like, I don't know. It's like, so you'd be like, oh, wait, what is the helper feature? How do I play? How do I want to be Kirby too? And that led to, you know, you find out this. Here's one of the cool things about this game to me. This is a Kirby problem, by the way. I don't think in all the games you can do this. But I know, like, starting here at least, you can, where you can just kind of do this to a level. So, you get these powers. You press start. I want to say you can see what you can do. Kid I was friends with at the time. We used to love messing with this because, like, you know, you start the geek found hidden moves. Like, oh man, how do I do that? Oh, what's it, man? How about them Vikings? I don't really know what happened in this game. But yeah, so I remember went through this and, you know, showing my friend, and he's like, how do you activate 2-player mode? And, you know, you realize that you could be the helper character, and you start convincing yourself, you're like, oh wow, I just sucked that guy up. I turned him into a helper. What else can I turn into? So you just get everything. And you would have these moments too. Oops. That's actually a good Kirby moment. Where I wanted to get that ability, but because this numbnuts over here killed the guy first, you know, you lose that ability. Forgot all about that. Forgot all about that. Mr. Bryan. It's one of my department supervisors at my job. Huge Steelers fan. Oh boy, guess who wasn't happy? Guess who was not happy all day? Like, oh man, it was like, what was that score? Like 43-10 or something? Bonkers. You to bomb. Retro achievements, man, is one of the best things. It's rough. It's rough. There's a few Broncos fans. My uncle works with me. Someone that got me the job, or he, recommended me for the job, whatever. So, he's a fan of the Broncos, and there's one other guy I know that is too, who happens to be in my department. And oh boy, they've been pretty upset because like every time they lose by 8 points, it's really funny. Man, they said this is just random news. They said that there's like it was called RDC. I think it's a Roblox developer conference thing. And they said that they gave out, so we can get a piece of it. They gave out, what's it called? Quest Pro kits to everybody that was there. Wow. Everybody that's here, we're going to be giving you guys Quest Pro. They also said they're discontinuing the Quest Pro. And, the Quest 3 is, I think, supposed to be out soonish. I thought it was this month or next month. I really don't want to finish this mode. I'm trying to go to bed by midnight. Which is a problem, because I can definitely see finishing this mode. Yeah, I know. You know what's funny is, like, I heard that news, like, maybe I should try to figure out a way to go next year. The idea of me showing up to a Roblox developer conference and never playing Roblox in my life. I think I made an account. I do think I loaded it one time, and my friend told me her cousin was always on there or something. She was like 12 years old at the time, and she would just talk to whoever. My friend, I was like, oh, you gotta be careful with that, because she can be talking to me. I'm a super creep. Oh, man. Roblox is the Wild West. Wouldn't surprise me if Roblox is like the next, I guess it is. If you ever heard of Furcadia, where like people would be on Furcadia making like weird, this is the place for kids to hang out, and like you go into the wrong room and it's like, nope, you can just flat out have sex here. Gotta get all the powers. You son of a bitch. Is that the, I don't think it's the ice guy. No, the ice guy is the ice guy. Some man. You know how many games that's a problem with? Speaking of that, like, I've been, for the longest time, I had a lot of fun with, there it is, the weird link cap. I had a lot of fun playing, Rec Room in VR when it was new, and the reason I stopped it because it was, it wasn't the kids, it was the fact that they also allowed, it was people to play that game without VR, and then they also had all this weird stuff to like try to filter out kids, but you'd hop online and just get yelled at like, "Hey, mister! Hey, you suck at laser tag." And I'm like, cool kid. I just wanted to hop. I didn't want to get bullied by an 8-year-old, but whatever. Hey, mister! Hey, you're older than my grandpa. Okay, maybe it's not that bad, but still. Oh, man. I don't think my nephew plays anymore, Roblox. I know he stopped. He was playing... when he would spend the night years ago, he would be playing, when my dad was still here, he would be playing, he'd have his tablet and his Switch, and he'd be playing, like, Fortnite. He'd have Fortnite, Pokemon, and Roblox going, like, all at the same time. Like, he'd be in, like, a call with a bunch of kids from his school. It's wild. Oh, it's not. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, it's, you know, the cool thing about Rec Room is, like, I haven't been in there in years, honestly, so maybe it's not like this anymore. But, like, my favorite memory from Rec Room is when they added in laser tag. It was when they added in laser tag, and it was also oh man, Christmas. It was like Christmas Day, and I decided to hop on and just play some for the first time in a while. And this guy's in there, and he got like a PSVR 2 or a PSVR. I think the game had just come out for that or whatever. And he was sitting there, and you know, I could hear him talking. He's like, "Oh man, well look, I can actually grab this thing. I'm gonna hit this guy over here." And he throws this ball. He grabs this ball on the ground and he throws it at me, and I catch it. He's like, "Holy shit, he caught it!" And I was like, "Hey," he's like, "Oh my god, you're a human?" I was just watching this dude just like experience VR for the first time. I was like, "That's super cool." There you go. Gotta use strategery, man. I don't know what that's all about. I thought that was kind of creepy the first time I heard it. Yeah, I had a friend I wanted to have her mom try out VR because her mom doesn't do video games. She doesn't do video games either. But she moved. So it seemed like it would have been really fun. I got people at my job that are like curious about it too. There's no easy way for me to like set it up for sure. I guess we're gonna be playing through all of this. Oh, hey, we're almost done. It's like one more level. Remember right? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, my job is a warehouse, so it's like that technically isn't a problem, but it is because it's one of those places where, like, in order to get into the building, if you have anything on, you have to show them whatever you have. Like, you gotta like open up your bags and stuff. It's funny, I sometimes bring my Switch with me, and like, I got huge pockets in these pants, so these are the pants I can bring the Switch with and just put it in my pocket. Like, you can't tell. But it's not worth the fucking headache to try to show somebody like, hey, check out, you know, what do you show them? What's that basketball game? Gym class or whatever? That you could show it to them and like watch somebody not use the straps and like just throw the controller across the warehouse and be like, that's probably a bad move. Which for something like that, I would definitely take that L. I have no problem with that. It's just like, man. Yeah. Like the first time you show somebody the what's it called? The Wii. And the same thing happens. You're like, hey, check out the Wii. Oh, I wasn't gonna play one of these, and they sit there and they play tennis and like they break your TV, and then you know, maybe you find something else to play it on, you're like, oh, it's okay, don't worry. And they manage to somehow break your Wii too. With the wireless controllers, they manage to pull the Wii down. You're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Have you never played a video game in your life? Good lord. It's funny, the last game that I actually like almost dropped the remote with was Just Dance on Switch. Yeah, I had somebody tell me a long time ago. They're like, you should work at the airport doing announcements on the radio. And I was like, I don't think... I mean, I'm sure they have people that just do that, but I don't think that's a job where, like, you know, I show up to the airport, because I'm sure there's different departments. I wouldn't just put, yes, I would like to work at the airport. I want to be airport radio man. Oops, I accidentally played the entire mode. Yeah, the Just Dance thing, throwing the remote, whatever, the Switch controller. I've actually got a... Hello, let me be... Hi, you might have heard me. I've been on Twitch before. I've got 110 followers, so I'm kind of a big deal. But I've got wrist straps for the Wii remote, so, you know, when you play stuff on Just Dance. You can just kind of move your arm around instead of having to hold something. That game is like, I fucking hate it. I hate that I like it. I used to hate on Just Dance so much, and then like in 2016, 2017 maybe, I tried out. There's a mobile version that hooks up to the PC. Like you connect your phone to your lobby and use your phone as your controller, and like it works. And it's like because you sit there and you watch people play, and you're like, it's not tracking your motion, but like it's doing something. And it's really fun because like if you get into it and like you actually do the movements, like you'll get like a better score for maybe like more extreme movements. I suppose you can just kind of sit there and do this. You can just do this. But yeah, no, like it seems like it tracks your movements. I feel like that game would have been really good in VR. Like, what's it called? Dance Central VR is a really cool game. But yeah. Good times. I want to do this once. This seems like the perfect thing to like test latency on. You have beginner and novice. Yay. Does Nintendo make what? Little straps? Some Chinese company. I think I got it from like Amazon. Just Dance is Ubisoft. Not that E3 is around anymore, but during E3, that would be when like they're like, "Hey, we've got a new game to announce," and like 30 people would end up on stage dancing, and you're like, "What is this?" And like a panda comes out. It is this fucking weird series, but they're cool though, man. I swear. Like, the one problem I have with Just Dance is like the song list, and I guess for me as a person who likes rhythm games, like it works. It works. Yeah, Ubisoft's first VR game, I think, is gonna be. I might be. No. They've got that Assassin's Creed game coming out this year, but they had a game a couple of years ago called like, ooh, was it like Star Junker? It was an online like zero gravity first person shooter, like a team based thing. And I got in the beta, and this is probably the loneliest I've ever felt playing a game. I got into the beta for this game, like the day that it came open. I figured all sorts of people were going to be on it. I put the headset on, because I had the Oculus Rift at the time. Put the headset on, hooked into the computer, get into the lobby, start looking for a match for like 20 minutes. So I'm just sitting there on my floor with this headset on with our arms like this, and there's nothing. I can't see anything. It's just a black waiting room. It's like, man, I want somebody to be on here. But yeah, DDR is like American games. They get the reason I stopped playing the home versions of DDR is because they, at least in the US, they will lean more into like, we're gonna put in like a Evanescence song, and you go in the arcade. Actually, DDR 20, A20, whatever, like whatever the current versions are, they do have like a handful of like American songs in them, which they're okay. There's I think it's Alone from Marshmello. There's yeah, they got some songs. They got some like a few American songs in there. But yeah, they're great because a lot of times to me those songs end up being harder than they actually should be. They're harder than when you hear them, like, oh, this is fine. And then like that Alone song is the kind of song where I could see somebody be like, oh, I can play on heavy. And then they play it, and then they don't have the stamina for it because it's just non-stop notes. It's not fast. If you can play it like higher difficulties, you're fine. But that one in particular is just like kind of rough. I never actually played this. Yeah, back when the when the PS2 game, PS2 versions were coming out. So I had DDR Max. That's the one I learned on. I had played DDR at the PS1 game before then, but DDR Max was the first one I actually like. That was the one that taught me how to like get good. Wanted to play in the arcade, and I practiced on that until I was decent, and went to the arcade to, you know, play, and half the songs were in the game. Anyway, I guess we're going with this. My this kid I knew, he was importing games, And he was importing the Japanese DDR games. He would call me. He's like, "Oh man, hey Jason, you should come over. I got DDR." I was like, "I have DDR." He's like, "No, I have the Japanese version." He's like, "What's the difference?" And it has like all the songs from the arcade. So cool. And then it had like unlockable like arcade songs too. So what he would do for me, he would have me come over, and I would show up at like 10 o'clock in the morning and fucking play DDR from like 10 until like 7 at night, like soaked in sweat, unlock everything. Yeah. Your old man needs are fine. I believe in you. How I feel when I go play DDR, like I can still play. I'm still good. I think I'm still good, but my problem is that my stamina isn't the same, and like I'll see people that are half my age that I'm better than, like they could be like 16, 17 years old or whatever, and like they'll see me play like, "Oh wow, you're good," and they can't tell how old I am, luckily, because I don't look, super old. And then we start playing, and for them they're like, "Wow, I've never been able to beat this song. Can you beat this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And they keep doing the hardest songs. They play for like 20 seconds and they pass, they're like, I can't keep up, and they stop. And I don't want to waste my money, so I clear the songs. And after like 4 games of that, I'm like, man, I'm done. And people see you play, like, "How can I play you next?" Like, can we not? That is Pierce Brosnan, right? I can't believe they turned this into a 2-player game. Like, who the fuck are you getting to play fucking Lawnmower Man with you? What is this? Oh, it's a Contra? I'm stronger now because I'm part blonde. I'm pretty sure if I dyed my hair blonde, I might be able to unload trucks faster at my job. Ooh, CDs. I have to have my Big Lebowski moment. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What are we doing? What do I have to do? I'm assuming I need to get more CDs, but it doesn't. Where does it say that at? Or do I need to kill somebody else? Was there a continue screen at the top? I have 2 mans. Nah, you got the base, you're good. Actually, it's so the thing about DDR is I feel like as they've gotten newer, they've done a better job of introducing people. Like when you go to the arcade, like the beginner mode is like it's no fail for like the first 2 or 3 songs. But there's that, and there's also just like I feel like there's a good variety of songs. The problem is that I think a lot of people hear songs that they like, and they want to play the songs that they hear. They're like, I like the way this song sounds. It's like if you play Guitar Hero and you're like, man, you know what I want to play? I want to play Master of Puppets by Metallica. And you're like, what the fuck did I just do? Oh lord. Anyway, of course, you know Master of Puppets, and you go to play, and you're like, how do you play this? Because you don't have the base for playing the game yet all that well. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a game it's got options. This is okay. I never watched Lawnmower Man. Listened to podcasts that have covered Lawnmower Man, so I have an idea why there's monkeys here, but I really don't. I think they did like the testing on monkeys or something first. Why am I shooting cars? What the fuck is that? What just happened? Like the cop got out of like a random sedan and then threw a grenade at me.
Can we? Holy smokes! Look at all those CDs. The way that the CDs pop up is pretty cool. You know what? This reminds me of this reminds me of the game Narc. I think I just lost my CDs like I'm Sonic. What the fuck is this? What a charge shot. Are you kidding me? What is that? What did I just do? I was talking to a friend about she was complaining because she's got her car. She recently, well, I'm not gonna say recently, within the last like 3 or 4 years, she learned how to drive finally, and she was complaining that her car has all these like safety features, and she said there's not even a space to listen to her CDs. That I was like, what the fuck is a CD? It's like a physical MP3. No, they gotta have guns. I'm sure somebody like when they were developing this game was like, yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna be walking down the street and you gotta stop Jeff Daniels. It's like, well, how do I stop him? Where are you gonna have a gun? Wait, where's the gun? I don't remember a gun being in the movie. No, it's a video game. Kids love guns. Just trust me. That's alright. It's not terrible. It's also not good. Yeah, it's there's so many people at my job that walk around with speakers that like, to me, I feel like a lot of them, because you know, I'll hear them talk about like, yeah man, I remember being in like 4th grade and I had my phone with me and you know, we were in class playing like Angry Birds. I'm just like, you were in class playing Angry Birds and you're on your phone? Like, I don't think I didn't have a phone the entire time I was in high school. I didn't get a phone until I graduated, which I had to pay for, like, for myself. My dad will let me use his phone every now and then, but he had a, it was like one of the T-Mobile, like the little, like, solid phones with the buttons on it, because I remember when I was, taking my finals, senior year, after you finish taking a test, you could go home, but I didn't drive, so I was just kind of like stuck there. And he told me to call him. Like, he let me take his phone so I could call the house so he could come pick me up. And I remember like sitting there playing Doom RPG, because that had just come out. Yeah, I didn't. On my first phone, I've got a handful of phones still. I don't know what it was. It wasn't a smartphone. I'm pretty sure it was a flip phone, but I think it was in color. That's Mark Davis. He's the fishing master. Gosh. Oh, so I had the calculator, and my ex at the time. I mean, I had to have the calculator because I was taking like, it was one of those like AP classes, like AP physiology or something like that. I don't remember what the fuck it was. Like I was gonna go to college. I went for like 2 semesters maybe, to like community college, which I had to pay for like out of my own pocket. Anyway, I got it was like a TI-83, and I heard people talking about it, you know, because you could play games and stuff on it. And she wanted to use it for something, and I was like, well, I need this for my class, and she's like, well, I'll give it back to you like next period. So I give it to her. Because it was the same teacher, but she was teaching like different classes. She was teaching like a freshman class and like a senior class or whatever. So let my girlfriend use it. I passed by her, you know, in between. It's like, hey, do you have the calculator? She's like, oh shit, I lost it. I was like, really? And she goes to the back of the class, and somebody stole it in that same period. It's like, man. Yeah, I went for, what happened to me is I was like, I guess I'm gonna go for network administration so I can get officially certified for whatever Microsoft certificates I need. And I go there for like 3 or 4 weeks, and the professor's like, he would give out these assignments that are supposed to take, like a week or two, and I would have them done in like an hour. And he's like, you seem like you already know what you're doing. He's like, I'll cut you a deal. If you finish these assignments, you don't have to come to this class anymore until the finals. It's like, okay. But let's go here. Oh, it must be Mega Man Soccer. Whatever. I've played this game forever. I don't remember how I got the money for a fucking TI-83 either. I think I had to have it. Like, my parents just kind of worked it out. And like the fact that like she lost it that quick, I was just like, man. That was when I started taking notes in classes. Like, they wanted you to take the notes that were on like the projector or whatever, and like instead I would start taking like notes that would help me, and started doing significantly better in classes once I realized like, oh, this isn't my learning style. My learning style is to actually like learn and apply the stuff instead of just like repeating it. Three, 2, 3. 2, 3, 2. Sweeper. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. What is it? Okay, we're gonna assume run is like your speed. So since this is a forward, oh, look at that. We want to have somebody that's got more speed. I wonder who that is off to the side there. Oh, is 48 the highest? Oh. What is SW? What the fuck is SW? I'm going to assume the person that's the slowest, like, this should be good, theoretically. Alright, man, I will see you later. I'm gonna probably head to bed sometime soon. I don't know what SW is. How did I not do that? Skullfield, Cutfield, Woodfield, Elecfield, Rockfield, Arrowfield, Firefield, Needlefield, Dustfield, Bluesfield, Wileyfield, and Inkerfield. Trying to explain to somebody why this is called Rockfield. Bit of blues. shit. I remember, like, one of my friends had this game, and I remember playing it a lot. And having fun with it. I don't know. It's weird because when you hear people talk about this game now, they talk about like, oh, that game kind of sucks. Like, that's it. Seems alright. Even playing it now, it seems like it's alright. The frame rate, like when there's too much going on, does kind of suck. But whatever, it's an old game. Nice. Shit. Oh no. You're using tactics. One of the things that makes old soccer games hard for me to play is when they do this right here, where it's just like, we are going to show you a mini map of where your players are, because it's a lot to keep track of. I mean, they do that with modern games too. You're darn tootin'. Alright. We're good there. Let's do one more game. What do I have on GameCube? One of these days I'm gonna actually like get somewhere in this game. Pikmin. Oh, I wish this game didn't start off so slow. It's a cool game, man.
And this game is underway.
Played this game in a very long time for obvious reasons. It's not good. Not a good game. I need to get the PlayStation ROM. I think in the PlayStation version, these are all actual cutscenes. I've never played that version. I only played the N64 one. I remember being extremely excited for this because I was like, oh man, they're gonna make all sorts of Mortal Kombat games. You get to play as all the characters. Hang on.